Hey YouTube. Today I want to talk about sometimes you have to slow down sometimes you have to slow down to speed up. Excuse me, my phone. That was my phone. But yeah, the topic of today is sometimes you have to slow down in order to speed up. And I'm going to give y'all an example of this. You know how let's say let's say okay, let's take for example, I'm going to give y'all an example. Let's say you wanted to create content, like in my case, creating content. So I was learning like how to create content, like a different type of content. And I didn't know all the ropes and ins and outs of it. But what I did do was I slowed down. I realized, like, wait a minute, me just giving up on this every time I run into an obstacle isn't gonna help it. Isn't gonna solve anything. So I was like, okay, let me just take this step by step. Let me ask questions. Let me research. Let me, let me figure this out piece by piece. For example, let me, let me figure out how do I get the clips for this video. Not this video, not this channel, which I don't have another channel, but I'm just, let me figure out how do I get clips to piece together for this video. Learn that, bam. Okay, next step. Let me figure out how do I come up with the audio? How do I get the audio for this? Bam, learn that. Put the audio to the video. Okay, now let me figure out how do I do my captions on this video. Not this video or this channel. I don't have another channel. I'm just give y'all an example in my personal life. But yeah, then next step. Okay, let me figure out how to do the captions. Learn that, bam. Okay, now let me figure out how do I edit edit the audio. Bam, got that together. Okay, now let me figure out how do I um export it in CapCut. Bam, figure that out. See, and then even when I made mistakes or run into obstacles, I would figure out, okay, what do I need to do to get better at this? And it makes it more easier and more simpler for you, and it makes the process faster and quicker when you have a mentor, when you have someone that know how to do that, and you could just go to them and ask them questions, or you can go to YouTube also helps. But yeah, it makes the process more quicker when you have a mentor. But like I was saying, each step kept building on to the next. Okay, let me figure that out. Okay, now let me which I'm not done with the whole thing. This is just really just something that I just want to learn for fun. But I'm not done with the whole thing. This is just something I want to learn for fun. Or this is a project that I want to do for fun, or something that I just want to do for fun. And it's like each step that builds on to the next step. And that's how you get to where you're at. One step at a time. Okay, you figure out how to do this, bam. Go to the next step. How do I do that? Bam. Go to and keep doing that, and then you'll reach to your next thing. You'll have a whole video created, a whole content created, and this is why I say too, it's good to some I'm learning is that when you run into an obstacle, you don't give up, because you gonna run into obstacles with anything. That's what I learned. Just learn how you can do it better, and having a mentor makes it more simpler, because a mentor can see where you're going wrong at. And like I was saying, it's better to slow down in order, because when you slow down in the beginning, there's a learning curve in the beginning of learning anything. And when you slow down, it makes you could when you slow down and you just starting something new, and you slow down and you learn the ins and outs of it, then you can speed it up. You could be like, you can learn how to do the thing, and then you'll have that skill set up under your belt, and you can do it faster and faster, because now you know the ins and outs of it. Same thing with me creating this content, a particular content, not with this channel, which I don't have. It's just something I was doing for fun. But same thing with me creating this content, or creating a particular type of content. In the beginning, it was a learning curve for me. Still is, because I'm not done. There's a few more pieces, maybe one or two more pieces that I need to learn in order to create that type of content. And it was a learning curve in the beginning. It was a learning curve, and I had this, and I kept going into obstacle after obstacle after obstacle. But in the midst of those learning curves, I got so much value, so much knowledge. And I'm gonna tell y'all something else. I also even called upon the Lord. Every time I ran into an obstacle, I would call upon God, and He would show me the way. And even just the thought, like there was thoughts where I'm thinking about giving up on this because I ran into an obstacle. God would come through and show me the way. That's another thing too. When you run into an obstacle, call upon the Lord. And that's another thing too, is that don't put God in a box. Don't exclude Him out of your projects. Put God in the center. Include God in it. Pray over it. Ask the Lord to be with you when you create the content, or when you do whatever it is you're doing, whether you're playing football or whether you're trying to get healthier or whatever it is you're doing. Invite God into the idea, and I'm gonna tell you, it will be successful. It will, because I'm gonna tell you, I would have never learned the stuff that I learned if it weren't for God, because I was almost about to give up in the beginning. I had a learning curve with this thing. And so I say all this to say, when you just starting something new, take time to, slow down and give yourself the grace to figure it out. Figure out one step at a time. Okay, I need to figure out how to do this. Okay, I learned that. Let me figure out the next piece to this. Maybe, for example, because when you slow down and you actually take the time to learn it, then you'll know what you're doing. You'll have the skill set. You'll know what you're doing. And it's just like me right now. I know I'm not done learning this process, but just like with me right now, I'm not done learning this process, but I about know for the most part, because I'm not done learning. I got a few more things to learn to create that other type of content. But with me, I about know how to create this type of the content that I'm talking about, and I could just now, once I learn it, I could just go fast. Even now, I could kind of go fast, because I'm like, I learned that. So now I know how to get the clips. I know how to get the audio, clone the voice, do all of that. And, whatever you're trying to do, slow down. Slow down so that you can speed up. Because when you take time to actually learn and take your time to learn that thing, you will know how to do it next time you do it. And you can do it faster and faster because you already got that skill set and you already know. And I really wish that I had did this when I was younger. I wish I had told my younger self, which I'm 22 right now, but I really wish I could go back in time and tell myself, hey, slow down. You speeding up and trying to get everything so quick and so fast, that ain't gonna help you. That's rather gonna set you back. So yeah, that's one of the lessons that I wish I could tell my younger self. And that's what I want to tell y'all today. If you're trying something new or whatever you're doing, slow down so that you can speed up. Whether it's content creation, learning how to play sports, learning how to play a musical instrument, getting in shape, take the smaller steps and take time to figure it out. Give yourself the grace to figure it out step by step so that you can know how to create the content faster. So that you can know how to create the content not just faster, but faster and effectively. So at a good, effectively, if I'm saying the word, effectively and faster, like high quality content as well as creating it faster. Slow down so that you can speed up and know how to play the sport fast. It's not really all about doing it fast, but it's about knowing how to do it. Like, slow down so that you can know how to play the sport. Slow down and take the time to figure out, okay, how do I play this musical instrument, so that you'll know what you're doing. Because when you try to rush into stuff, something I learned from my own experience too, is when you try to rush stuff, you don't do nothing but it sets you back. And then you try to rush it, and you don't get the lessons in it. Like, let's say you're trying to rush and learn how to play this musical instrument rather than playing it step by step. Maybe even hiring a mentor or getting a mentor to help you, or getting someone to teach you, or even just learning on YouTube step by step. Okay, how do I play this note? How do I play that note? It's just like with anything else. If you want to start a business, if you want to get in shape, take it step by step. Like slow down so that you can know how to do that thing. And that's something I'm learning too in life is slow down. If I had went into it rushing, or if I had just gave up because it wasn't fast enough, then I would have, you know, not learn all the stuff and the skills of creating the content if I had just gave up. And that's just like with anything. Like slow down so that you could, you know, so slow down and learn what you need to learn one step at a time so that you can know how to do this thing. Like let's say you want to play the piano. Maybe if you learn one particular, I don't know how piano work, but let's just say your first step is okay, you going on YouTube and you're learning. Okay, first up, maybe you Google the notes in the piano, or maybe and you go on YouTube and you look up how to play each note individually, separately, one at a time, and then you play it one at a time. Or either let's say you get a mentor and they tell you what to do, okay, and you apply that and you apply it one step at a time. That's what I had to do. I had to slow down so that I could speed it up, so that I can know how to create it, so that I can know how to do it next time. And I about know how to do it now. I about know how to do it now. If I had just gave up because of all the obstacles, or if I had just went fast and try to do it, like went fast and not try to build upon each step, take it one step at a time, or slow. If I had not slowed down so that I can know what I'm doing and know how to actually create it and create the content, then I wouldn't have knew what I knew now. And that's why I'm saying the topic of this video is slow down so that you can speed up. And another thing I want to say, everything is not about going faster. Even though we like going faster, everything is not about fast, or going faster. It's also about quality. And that's something I learned too in slowing down. When you slow down and learn, take time to learn whatever it is you're trying to step into, you'll be able to do that thing and execute it with quality. You'll be able to do it in a way that represents quality, and also know how to do it faster if that's part of the thing. Like you'll be able to do it at a faster rate but with quality. And that's what I'm learning. So yeah, slow down so that you can speed up. Slow down so that you know how to do it. Slow down so that you can execute and repeat the process with quality. Yeah, slow down so you could speed up. Slow down and figure out what you're doing so you know what you're doing next time. And that's the message. I hope this made sense and I hope this blessed someone. Have a beautiful day. Peace.